Configuration cloning feature is for a specific use case. When you clone a configuration from one device to another, all the parameters defined by a configuration profile are exactly the same. In the case you have multiple sites that need to be kept configured in exactly same way, you may want to use configuration cloning, as it takes care of mirroring the configuration from origin to target, propagating any later applicable changes in the configuration, and removing any diverging configuration done manually on the targets. There are several ways how to set up configuration cloning. If we go to the devices, we have prepared a label here. So one of these two will be the source of the cloning, and one way to start the cloning is to go to a device which is the original of the clone and select devices to be cloned to. This way you can choose multiple targets. Also, if you go to the target device, you can then use this, select the device to clone from. Last way how to set this up is select a number of devices and click on Assign Config Profile. This way you can do a mass assignment. So let's look at the devices that we will use to set up the cloning. This LR77 will be the target of the cloning, and you may note, for example, the IP address, because this is one of the configuration options, so this will be updated. And this is the source of the cloning, so you see that both will have the same IP address. These two devices are on different networks, so they will not collide. That's one of the prerequisites for the configuration cloning. So let's set it up now. So we do it this way. Select device to be cloned to, and I name it target. Yep. And now it is being prepared on the server. What we don't see is a column saying which devices are cloned or which not. So we go to System Settings and add the column in the device table columns. So cloned from, save. And now if we go to the devices, we see that this device will be cloned from this device. So the request is still being processed on the server. Once processed, it will switch into the pending, and once the device comes and gets the new configuration, it should switch to synced. And now it is synced. That means that the device got the new configuration, it applied, rebooted, and then updated the information back on the server. So if we go to the original address, we will no longer reach the device there, because its IP address has changed. And now you see that this is the LR77 and it has an IP address 22 at the end, which is matching this configuration cloning source. What more we can show is that the configuration is kept what we can do is, for example, update the startup script. And in a while, this configuration change will be propagated to the server. There it will be prepared for the configuration target and then finally applied there. For example, we are looking at the configuration cloning target. If we go there and look at the system logs, that we see that there is message router configuration was updated, reboot operation pending. So in the logs you can see that it is mentioned that there has been a configuration change from the server. Okay, if we go back into the server, we see that in the meantime the configuration update was propagated from the cloning source to the server, and the target device is again in the pending mode. So once it will get the update, apply the configuration and reboot and send the actual configuration back to the server, this again will be switched from pending to synced. Now the device is back in the synchronized state, so we can log in to inspect if the script has been updated. So we go to scripts and you see one more thing is, if we do a configuration change on the target, then this will again be pushed as a configuration change to the server. Then the server will find out that this is a divergent configuration because it has been done on the cloning target, and it will send back the correction of the configuration to exactly mirror the cloning source. Yeah, we can expedite this because we have a link to the configuration target. Now we expedited pushing the configuration back to the server, and in a while we either see the pending or it's pending already. So we are now waiting for the device to return to the mirrored configuration of the cloning source. It's synced, so we go back on the device and need to reboot it again. So that means we need to log in, and if we go to the scripts, you see that it is matching the clone source. And that's it. To watch other Dwarfguard videos or find related information, follow the displayed links.